The following program was pre-recorded to be aired at this time. Material contained therein could be time-sensitive, meaning it could be early, expired, or late. Listeners are advised to pay close attention to the details of the program. Again, this program is pre-recorded. Views and opinions expressed on the following program are those of the host and guest, and not necessarily those of the staff and management of JJLN Radio.
All 30 minutes across the guitar strings of your mind in the exciting world of Southern Soul Blues. And here's your host, Jerry Wilson. Everybody out there in TV land, welcome to We Want the Blues Show. Today we with the sensational daughter of the blues straight out of Chi-Town, Miss Shirley King. So kick back in your seats and relax. And also we have with our special guest again, Mr. Steve Beckman, super producer. How everybody doing today?
Good, brother. How you doing?
And I'm blessed. I always say I'm blessed because I am blessed.
You know, like Little Richard said, I was rumbling and tumbling under my toes when we was kicking back, feeling that earthquake. What do y'all got to say about that old earthquake?
Well, they try to act like I brought it here. I know I don't shake like I used to no more. So I had nothing to do with that earthquake, okay? And anyway, I didn't even feel it. I was getting ready to get down on some dance floor.
Super producer, what about you?
Well, I'm used to them, man. You know, so I've been in so many big earthquakes. You know, it didn't bother me, man.
Yeah. Well, I thought I was in the strip joint the other day, and I thought it was a booty quake.
Oh Lord.
You old nasty man.
You know what? Well, I'm going to tell y'all like this. All jokes aside, Miss Shirley King, it's been a long time waiting to have you here. We feel so blessed tonight to have the daughter of the blues in the house on the We Want the Blues show. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. I just so happen to be out here visiting.
Yes.
And I thought about this show, but
yes.
I never had no idea I could just come and walk myself in here. You know, you usually get a schedule, but
yeah.
I'm just glad I got it that way. Okay.
That's right. You know,
and
God.
I'm glad you had time for me.
Yeah.
We've been talking for a long time. We've been friends ever
yes.
since my father passed.
Yes.
But to keep on making these. I'm going to meet you and finally make it happen.
Yeah.
It's all in God's time.
That's right. The stars line up just right.
That's
Brother Leo, let's hear some of the bit of that interview music on number 2 to get me in the mood here. Yes, indeed. But we'd like to thank most of all, we'd like to thank God for having us all here together tonight. And we also like to thank Brother Leo behind the mix there. Brother Leo, how you doing?
I'm doing real good, Jerry. It's an honor to have Mrs. Kingston in the studio. We've been talking about her a while back, and I was surprised and shocked to meet her.
Yeah.
I want to say we appreciate her being here.
Yes, we are very honored.
Thank you.
Here. And Ms. King, I want to ask you, how did you first get interested in the blues?
Jerry, that should be very simple. How can you grow up in a house? I didn't say grow up in a family.
Yeah.
I said grow up in the house of B.B. King
Yes.
and not get hooked to the blues.
Yeah.
Now, it's another thing here. I, as young people, didn't like the blues. I got tired of hearing it because my aunties always played Bobby Bland,
Yeah.
all of the B.B. King stuff. And I used to tell them, I'm tired of hearing that music.
Yeah.
Now I'm running around making a living off that music. So I love the blues now. That's why I sing the blues.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Now, Brother Steve, how did you first get interested in producing Southern Soul Blues?
Woo.
Oh, well, that came from a friend of mine. Big Rob called me. He's one of the hottest artists out there. He said, man, I know you're doing all that hip-hop and all that other music. Why don't you listen to some Southern Soul? I said, Southern what?
Yeah.
I said, Southern Soul. So when I went on YouTube and, listened to it, I'm like, this feels like some down-home music,
Yeah.
something I can feel.
Right.
So I fell in love with it the first time I heard it. So, that's why I started producing it and, what I'm excited about, I just got to slide this in, and I'm going to have an opportunity to work with Miss King.
Woo, tell them about it, yeah, tell them about it.
About
They
me.
thought I was playing. I told them when I came out here, I'm going out to Las Vegas to be a superstar. Don't look for me till next year.
And y'all watch out for me when I put some of them funky licks on it now. Y'all know how we do it.
Funky donkey.
We gotta get Jerry his credit.
Yeah.
I got to say one thing before we get started. I know it's all about you, because I got to say, I was playing a song from Miss King, and the intro was coming in, and she started singing, and I got intimidated because I was singing the verse. I started to cut my verse off because she was sounding so good.
Oh, no, baby, I want to compete with you. You sing yours, because when you talking to Mama about them big old hips, baby, I'm going to let you know how I feel about that.
And I got to let y'all know tonight we're going to do an hour special coming so much fun in here. What you got to say about that, Brother
Hey,
Leo?
he ain't got nothing to say, but he got class.
Wait, hour? You got
He
some
got
catering?
class.
Now, I got to ask you, Miss King. Oh, yeah, this is a song by Miss King. Introduce this song, Miss King.
Baby, you got, look at me. Don't you think I got class? Everything I do. Yeah, this was dedicated to my dad, by the way. He's the only man I know that got that kind of class I like.
That's right.
I'm waiting for one to come along like him. I'm going to marry him the next day.
Now, we going to silence our mics on this one, and we'll be right back with y'all. So check out Miss Shirley King. Shirley King rocking the box for y'all on the We Want the Blues show. Shirley, we are so honored here tonight.
Thank you, Jerry.
We got people all out in the studio windows just looking and grooving to that funky jam. Hey, and if you would like to call Miss Shirley King, we are live here on the We Want the Blues show. You can call 1-888-778-1436. I repeat, call 1-888-778-1436. And this show will be playing 7 days a week, 24/7 on the replay of We Want the Blues show. Now, Shirley, I want to ask you a question.
Okay.
Where do you want your music? You done so much now. Where do you want your music to take you?
Actually, I'm like my dad. When my dad started doing his music, it wasn't just so he could be famous, but he wanted his music to take him all over the world. And I've been all over the world. I mean, I haven't been all over the world, but I've been overseas a lot.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to take me back there where people don't have to play my father's music. I don't want him to be the person that sells me. I want people to hear Shirley King.
Yeah.
For many years, my father told me he didn't want me coattailing on his name.
Yeah.
So right now, I'm trying to move into a direction. People love me as I am, but I would love for people to love me and be wanting to hear my songs, my music.
Now, Shirley, I got to ask you something. How can your fans hook up with you online?
Oh, baby, please. I got it going on Facebook Live. My fans are right here, right now. They right with me, baby, everywhere I go all day long. My fans are with me, and they love me.
Yeah.
Because I'm always there putting on the show. Don't matter how I feel.
Hey, well, you
I don't let the blues rule me. I rule the blues. That's
right.
why I'm the daughter of the blues.
Well, I just want to tell you much success in your career.
Thank you,
because you are blessed, and we are so blessed tonight to have you in the
Well,
house.
for some reason, I heard that you might be doing some of my music. Is that a lie? Or is that a rumor? Where did I get that
ain't
from?
no rumor. We're going to get this
I-
production going here. We got super producer Steve Beckman, which I help out on a few instruments. You know, he's the main writer. But I am definitely here to assist him, and I'm going to produce you myself in my studio.
Oh, well, now, you heard it straight out his mouth, so if he don't do it, y'all can hear it. My fans don't like for people to lie to me now.
I ain't going to lie to you now. Now, I got to ask you a question. Is there a musician or a singer who has influenced you in the blues bit?
Beside my dad?
Yes.
Well, actually, tell the truth, Derry, my influence didn't really come from my dad because he was a man.
Yeah.
My influence came from Miss Etta Jane, and I have told this story many a time.
Yeah.
Etta Jane was someone I saw when I was about 13 because the only way I could see my father was going to all his shows.
Yeah.
And at the time, he was kind of like the opening act for all the R&B singers.
Yeah.
My father wasn't doing blues people. He was with Jane Brown, Jackie Wilson, Sam Cooke, you know, those type of people.
Yeah.
And Etta Jane was the only female I saw on the show.
Wow.
And why you think I'm wearing this blonde? Why you think I'm cooking this blonde,
Well,
baby?
you wear it well. You wear
I got to get this black out of here because Etta Jane had all blonde.
Yeah.
But Etta Jane is my idol.
That's cool.
And when I went to Chicago, I met the fabulous queen of the blues, Miss Coco Taylor.
Wow.
And I just always had a close feeling to Ruth Brown.
Yes.
So most of the blues women
Yeah.
became my idol because I saw myself in them.
And you know what? I can hear it in your voice because you got your own style with the compliments of those singers that you love so much. And my mom is a big fan of every last one of those ladies
Wow.
you mentioned.
Well, she gonna be glad to come to our party, huh?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
And you know what? I got to tell you, I was honored to play for your dad at the funeral on May the 14th.
Okay.
So I've been a big fan of your dad. He's in my top 10 best guitarists in the world.
Well, that wasn't May the 14th. That was May the 30th something because he passed on the 14th.
Oh,
and you didn't go over to his house and play nothing
No,
there.
I didn't. That's right. I was at Palms West doing it for the...
At the home game.
And you know what was amazing that day? We recently had an earthquake. We know you're in town. We know you didn't bring it. But I tell you, it was an earthquake the day we played for your dad at the funeral.
Well, now, wait a minute. I got to think about that. Maybe I did bring it. I did not know that.
Yes, indeed.
I did not know that. And when you told me that, it all makes sense now why I'm here at the moment I'm here and why we're able to do this interview.
Yeah. Now we're gonna go to the Super Jam session. We're gonna come back with an interview from Miss Shirley King. This is the next song. You want to introduce your next song?
I think it's coming up to the weekend, and we just had the weekend. This is still part of the weekend, so.
Before we go there, you got the spy on the phone. Talk to him, tell him to do the sales so we get right away.
All right.
You online with Shirley King?
Hey, Shirley King.
Yes.
Hey, man, I just want you to know how does it feel to be a daughter of a 15 Grammy Award winner
You know, my opinion about that is that when I tell people I'm 20 years behind my father in the business, I just didn't have to have no record when he was living. You know what I mean? I worked on the name, but I feel honored to have this man to go out before me and do so many wonderful things. And now I can mix some of his songs with some of my songs, and we can move to another level, because that's what my father wanted me to do. And so I feel really good that the man that you all call the king of the blues was and still is my father. And now we working together. So when you ride with B.B. King, you riding with Shirley King.
Definitely. I'm truly honored to see.
Thank you so much, and thank you for being a fan to my dad. Thank you for being a fan to me, and I'm feeling good about this. I got to make this happen at my house. How do I get somebody to call and talk to me like this at my house? Because I'm getting tired of talking to myself, looking at myself.
Right.
And who am I talking to? Who am I
I
talking to?
appreciate it. Thank you, Shirley King.
Who am I talking to?
Oh, this is Joey. Joey with the number.
Joey is a hell of an artist, and he have did a beautiful painting of my dad, Sam Cooke. Oh my God, he is so good.
Yeah, and you know the hotlines is blowing up. We have the one
Oh,
and only
yeah.
Miss Shirley King in the house with super producer Mr. Steve Beckman. And we'd like to thank all of you guys for being here today.
Caller number 2, you online with Shirley King.
Shirley King, John Michael Stewart Harris, St. Louis,
Hey,
Missouri.
John, you are my favorite stalker. I just